Don't need your pity, don't need anything from you. You made me someone I'm not. You made me realize what I got. Don't want your sympathy, your eyes so full of tears. I got my friends who got my back, so don't pretend you're all I have. You can't come crawling back here no more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me. I found myself without you, I'm sure. Look at me now, I survived, so don't you worry about me. 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 Ooh, baby, don't need you to love me, so you shouldn't worry. Hey, hey, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. I'm giving it up, I'm taking it high, yeah, I'm giving it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. Come get your clothes and all the stuff you left behind. Don't want it lying all around, don't want a thing here to remind me of your presence, cause I'm much better without. No need for memories at all, I'm done erasing you, my love. You can't come crawling back here no more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me. I found myself without you, I'm sure. Look at me now, I survived, so don't you worry about me. Ooh, baby, don't need you to love me, so you shouldn't worry. Hey, hey, baby, I got So don't you worry about me. I'm giving it up. I'm taking it high, yeah. I'm giving it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need. So don't you worry about me.
What is going on, people? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Few announcements. Yesterday, I had you know how when you're about to catch a cold, how it starts with the scratchy throat and stuff. I had that experience yesterday. So I just shut it all down and I napped and watched television all day and I feel much better. I've just learned from experience that when this stuff is starting, if you keep working, it's just going to get worse. So I canceled the webinar for yesterday, but it is on today. It's on and popping at 3 p.m. If you're in the corporate toolbox, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into some good training. Also, anyone that wants a free course or a consultation, that link is below. You don't have to email us and ask us how to get this stuff. The link's below. So today, we're going to talk about morning routines. This is a big topic on YouTube. There's this guy recently discovered his morning routine is to get up really early. His morning routine is to take a cold shower. And, he made a lot of money. His first year in business. And this is one of the things that I consistently see here on the YouTubes is people are looking for the secret ingredients or the recipe. They're looking for secret ingredients or recipe in a big part of a morning routine. I'm about to go off here in a few different areas. Hold on a second. Make sure that is. There we go. All right. Let's go off here. Pretty much. Let's go off onto, for those of you who've been watching the Disruptive Male videos, I have a few videos talking about semen retention. And there are a lot of people who practice, men, not people, men, who practice semen retention, which is not to masturbate, not to have sex for prolonged periods of time so they can harness their energy. And I did a video talking about it, that most of the people on YouTube, and these videos have mad views. They have crazy views. There was one guy who was talking about the benefits of semen retention, and he lived in a studio apartment. Literally, when he was doing his video, you could see the bed in this corner, and then flipped around, and the kitchen was over here. And it just dawned on me that none of these guys who were practicing semen retention were successful. They just weren't successful. I mean, they maybe had an energetic high from practicing semen retention. Maybe they were, feeling rejuvenated. But from the videos, just kind of like one of my favorite things to post is these folks who are putting up these videos talking about making all this money, and they're living in a crappy little apartment. I just noticed that none of these guys were remarkably successful. Yes, I have a hard time. I used to get up at 4:30, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. So actually, we can go into getting up at 4:30. I used to get up at 4:30 for years. It was ingrained in me. But getting up at 4:30 is different than getting up at 4:30 and actually starting to do things. It is very different. I'm going to talk about it. Well, I used to get up at 4:30 And this is what I used to do. Literally 10 minutes after I was out of bed, I was working. I didn't just get up at 4:30. I got up, brushed my teeth, put my clothes on, turned on the lights, and immediately began to work. One of the things with many people who don't understand, like the morning routine aspect of getting up, there are people who meditate. There are people who read the Bible. There are people who begin doing certain things to get themselves started. Right now, I'm in the process of establishing a new morning routine, which is a struggle because it's to do the treadmill for an hour, then to work out, and to do my planning. And I figure it's going to take me about to the end of January to get that hammered down, to get that knocked down, because my first morning routine was something. I used to get up at 4:30 for about 15 years. You know, this was a holdover from the storage auction days. This was part of the deal. If you don't redirect that energy into something productive, that seeming retention is useless. What are they going to do with all that extra energy is the question. Good point. Good point. So I used to get up at 4:30, but I had a reason for getting. I didn't just wake up at 4:30 and mosey around and watch the sun rise and drink my coffee. I didn't do any of that. I actually had specific things that I would do. This is another thing that I'm instituting. I'm trying to drink a lot more water, way more water than what I used to drink, to the point that my urine is mostly clear most of the time because I'm drinking so much water. But copying someone else's morning routine is not going to make you rich. We need to talk about a few things. We're going to take Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant, from a pure talent standpoint, was really close to the talent of Michael Jordan. So if Kobe was to do Michael Jordan's morning routine with his talent level, more than likely he would get similar results. For many, many years, there was a lot of talk that Kobe was just trying to swagger jack Michael Jordan's style. And Michael Jordan said, I'm really flattered because Kobe has the talent to pull it off. So let's say you're 5'5" and you don't have no hops, and you go ahead and do Michael Jordan's morning routine. You're not going to get Michael Jordan results because you don't have the talent base. You haven't built up the talent base. That's the thing. And this is one of the things. These people with these 8-hour, yes, dark, very dark urine is not a good thing. It means you're dehydrated. Yeah, this is like Kevin Samuels right now is the man, but I just don't have the time to watch his 2 and 3 hour live streams. I just don't have the time. Now it's a struggle because, but, going back to the Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant comparison, if you don't have the talent base of the person you're copying their morning routine, more than likely you're not going to get similar results. And this is one of the things, because I'm beginning to understand YouTube audiences. And like one of the things is that many people, like, let's take Bandman Kevo, Rich Wayne, anyone that comes on YouTube that talks about helping you from an easy perspective wins. I've noticed that because, like, I'm getting ready to do an expose on age corporations, because essentially with the new banking laws and stuff in place, they just simply don't work the way that they used to. But people don't know that. But more fundamentally, here's something else that I've come to understand. People don't care. People like hope. People like having hope. Kobe, rest in peace. It's very sad he died last year. They operate in their strengths. Too many people are evaluating opportunities without assessing themselves in relation to it. This is a good point, Ross. This is a very good point, because one of the things that, I'm getting ready to redo all my YouTube channels and redo everything I'm doing, because I understand it is the common man that drives YouTube. It's the common man. It is common ambition. It is common wishes and dreams. And essentially, what I'm understanding is people want to secure the bag. People want to be successful, but people don't want to change. They want to kind of like, I'm going to do this on Disruptive Male. You could do this research, and it won't take you long. Go to YouTube and put up OnlyFans and look at all these chicks who are talking about how to make up money on OnlyFans, right? And these videos will go back 7-8 months. And then go ahead and OnlyFans and look. And the majority of the women that made these videos that were talking about how to be successful on OnlyFans, they're no longer doing OnlyFans. You want to know why? Because they're the money. Like right now, let me see. Let me look at my OnlyFans. Okay. Let me get to the statements. I can show y'all that. I have to be very, very careful about what I show. All right, so this is my OnlyFans account. I have made a grand total from December 1st up to now, $1,218, and I'm in the top 13% of creators. Now, this is all going to tie into morning routines and talent base and everything. All right, so a lot of these girls are not on OnlyFans because the money has gone way down. Wow, Ebony Empire. Yes, people love hope. So essentially what is happening is the easy money has dried up, and only the chicks who are still making decent money are still on OnlyFans. A lot of these girls who put up these videos, because essentially this is the game. This is the sauce, as they like to say. These chicks would come to YouTube and make these videos because these videos would get a lot of views and they would make a lot of AdSense money. And now you will notice that they're not doing these OnlyFans videos. Essentially, the country is coming out of the pandemic. Traffic is increased. People are traveling. Slowly, we're getting back to normal. And during the height of the pandemic, YouTube traffic went nuts. OnlyFans traffic went nuts. Porn sites went nuts. Everybody that was online went nuts. And I've noticed that recently I've ordered some stuff and the shipping has been on time. It hasn't been late. So that means that We're slowly getting back to normal, which means that YouTube traffic has dropped, OnlyFans traffic has dropped, and we're now people are going to have to operate on talent. See, this is the thing, because it was easy money. There was this thing on Instagram called Demon Time, where this guy would host girls on his Instagram live and they would have on a ski mask and they would be stripping. And all of these things, like I predicted in my other live streams, they were temporary. These were not long-term business models. These were hustles. And because, see, the whole reason I've been here, this is my 12th year on YouTube. I've been doing YouTube successfully for 12 years. How did I do that? It's talent. I have a certain talent for YouTube, because there is something like literally, let me see, how many YouTube channels are there? Because I'm about to go ahead and break you down. How many YouTube channels are there? All right. There are 37 million YouTube channels. 37 million YouTube channels. Now, here is the things. Now, this is out of 37 million YouTube channels. But check this out. How many YouTube channels have over 1,000 subscribers? 76,000 out of 37 million YouTube channels. Because this is something I figured out. The top 100, the top 500,000 YouTube channels are making all of the money. $37. All right. So whoa. Didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, there we go. All right. So Savage Finance, which isn't a year old, I started that off, right? This channel, which only has 22,000 subscribers, in the United States, it ranks as 112,000. So this channel is 112,000 out of 37 million channels. This channel actually made $25,000 last year. And well, actually, that's just YouTube revenue. So let's go ahead and go with Hustlers Kung Fu. See what the channel rank is. This channel is 42,000. Out of 37 million. And this channel made 27,000 last year. See, one of the things you guys have got to understand is it is all about proximity. It's all about proximity. Oh, really? What new laws came out, Ebony Empire? That's interesting. A lot of girls, when they made these videos, and once again, let's go through talent. When they made these videos, they were just like, I'm a regular, essentially there were a lot of fat women who were doing OnlyFans videos. It's like, I'm just trying to pay my bills. I'm just trying to secure the bag because it was easy money. There was the pandemic. A lot of people were trapped inside. A lot of dudes were thirsty, and the money came easy. It came fast. And then once we started to move back to a sense of normalcy, because seriously, go ahead and check out a chick who's doing the OnlyFans video and then see if she still's doing OnlyFans. Because see, the money, I'm like, you just like come off and you're a regular chick or you're a fat chick, and then you're making all of this money, it kind of goes to your head. And then when the money started dropping, because essentially if you get addicted to it, you get addicted to the money. And then once the money dropped, then they were like, I'm out. A lot of those chicks, because I was doing some research, seeing if they can help me, and I just would go look at their OnlyFans. I noticed that chick after chick had stopped doing OnlyFans because the money wasn't there anymore. Yes, you should be designing your life the way that you want to live, a life of intent and then design. This is something that I spoke about quite a bit. Yes, we're going back to normal, Cammie. Yeah, because essentially I showed you my two YouTube channels because I'm not like because the huge YouTubers only make up 1% of the YouTube game. But this channel is the 42nd out of 37 million. Because there's only 76,000 YouTube channels that have more than 1,000 subscribers. So essentially, there's the top 100,000 YouTube channels. And both of my this channel ranks, and the second channel is getting close to getting in that top 100,000. Pretty much. So essentially, one of the reasons that I can be successful on YouTube, I consider myself a successful YouTuber, is I know how to use the platform to make money, and I've learned a lot of stuff in these 12 years on YouTube. No, I'm not a Graham Stephan or a PewDiePie or a Mr. Beast. Those are exceptional YouTubers. Those are the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans. They're the exceptional level of YouTubers. But one of the things that you have to understand is you have to be in proximity. And one of the things I've noticed on this channel is I don't get a lot of subscribers. Part of that is YouTube cannot find the audience. Like one of the things I'm getting ready to do with Savage Finance is a lot of exploratory stuff. I'm getting ready to do that. Yes, 37 million. Wayman Brown, that was me at one point because establishing this workout routine was really, really wearing on me. Employer dependency will forever keep people in the red pill world in the poorhouse. That's funny. You must have charismas or well-versed vocab to make it on YouTube long term. Pretty much. I don't know, Flowmaster 8. I don't know. Because I'm thinking about doing the vlogging channel. A bunch of laws came out streaming and copyright. Oh, really? Didn't know about that. Yes. YouTube is time consuming. YouTube ain't meant for everyone, though. Yeah, Social Blade, the income stats for Social Blade are often wrong. They're very wrong. Ron's, the curse is many people with talent aren't disciplined. Without working hard, most folks never make it to be working smart. They haven't done the work to discern what they're being lied to. Ron's, that's the point I'm getting ready to make. Because essentially, you have a lot of people out here who want to copy someone's morning routine, but they don't have the talent or the discipline base. Both Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were extremely disciplined. Extremely disciplined. And this is why they were so great. So this is what happens when you take Nick Saban and the University of Alabama football team. You know, the University of Alabama football team has more players in the NFL than any other team. There's a reason. One of the fundamentals that Nick Saban preaches is do your job. If 11 guys on the football field are doing their job at a high level, they're going to win. And this is one of the reasons that these morning, people, like I said, they're looking for the cheat code. They're looking for a shortcut. They're looking for help. I get that, but they don't have a fundamental understanding of what Ron's is talking about. That talent base. That talent base. Without that talent base, if you copy someone else's morning routine, it ain't going to work. It's just not going to work. Oh, I know what you meant. Talent can only get you so far. It's the unsexy stuff that no one wants to do in the background that allows the greats to stand out, pretty much. Like Steph Curry. Steph Curry, he's another one who is extremely disciplined. See, if you go ahead and adapt Steph Curry's morning routine without Steph Curry's talent base, you're not going to get the results. And one of the things that so many people fail to grasp, going back to what Kevin Davis was talking about, is the unsexy stuff. The unsexy stuff. Because when my first 6 years of YouTube, I was getting up at 4:30. I was doing the AM hustle. I was doing multiple streams a day. I was writing. I was writing for 3 hours a day. I was doing so many different things. And this isn't something I did for a week. This wasn't something I did for a month. This is things I did for years. I did this for years. And I'm getting ready to start writing again. I'm about to, because one of the things I looked back is at my early success and my pathway and my process. And establishing the workout routine, because I lost 33 pounds since October. I want to get my sexy back. I want to be fit, trim, and in fighting shape. So that's, part of the disruptive male mandates. Number one, get your economics. I've done that. Number two, get your body together. I'm working on that. Number three, get your mental together. I've done that. Number four, date submissive women. So I am working on the 4 mandates. Talent is the ability to do something. Like, let's go ahead. Jennifer Holliday is a talented singer. Whitney Houston was a talented singer. Whitney Houston can hit notes and notes that no one else could hit. Talent is that intrinsic special gift to do something. And as Kevin said, as Ron said, many talented people are lazy. So you got to have a certain talent base, the ability to get things done. From what I've seen, let's, Abundance America, let's talk about Forex. When I was talking about doing Forex and all this other stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I was all up in my feelings. I was sick and tired of seeing these videos of people who would just talk about Forex or trading, and these videos would blow up. And I was starting to move away from my philosophy because I'm like, I'm going to start doing Forex. And then, during my holiday break, I actually thought about that, and I was like, what are you doing? Why are you getting ready to move away from things that are successful to move over here to this other area? And honestly, it was because I wanted some sexy. Forex is sexy. Options trading is sexy. This stuff is sexy because it doesn't require people to do more than trade. My coaches always used to say, I can't coach height or size. Either you got it or you don't. Pretty much, Steve Jameson. Pretty much. That's one of the things, because I'm beginning to understand that YouTube continues to reward the talented YouTubers 100-fold. And if you're like a regular YouTuber, because there's this one chick, she's in the top. Let me see. Where is she? Where is she ranking? She is 40. She's 40. So, preparation for greatness. Pretty chicks invest. Uncle G. Some have talent, but they don't want to ride. They want to ride a wave, something that looks sexy, but they don't want to. But a major learning curve versus doubling down on their talent. A lot of really talented people are lazy. John, all that Forex talks had you cheating on your constitution for a slight second. Yeah, I reined it back in. The real investors invest from the inside. So, because essentially I wanted some sexy. I wanted to put up some videos that were like, talk about nothing. But I'm going to go back to my constitution, so to speak. The 3 p.m. is already there. I already made it. Yeah, you can just go ahead into the corporate toolbox and just get in. I already sent out the emails. We will be getting into that. The Corporation Transparency Act doesn't impact companies that have less than 20 employees and make less than $5 million a year. So for most of the people in the corporate system, it ain't gonna do it. Ain't unless you making $5 million a year. It's a no. It's nothing even to discuss. It doesn't impact you. So, morning routines, instead of thinking about copying someone's morning routine, like right now, I'm not copying anyone's morning routine. I'm creating my own morning routine unique to me. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle because trying to get all of this stuff together, because essentially, I have to put health as a priority. Treadmill every day. I got back into my workouts. this is the first weekend that I can take off from working out because I hit all my days. I hit the treadmill, I did my workouts, I hit everything this week. So I'm going to take off the weekend. It's going to be a planning week. Be real, take it. Take the loan. Get that money, man. Because once you begin to focus on your strengths and begin to build yourself that way, life gets really interesting because I focused on my strengths. And one of the things that you have to do is begin to build on greatness. Like, let's talk about learning a skill. If you learn a skill and you work hard on building up that skill and building value, hard work beats talent when the talent doesn't work hard. Sticks in my head every day. When you have hard work and talent together, you're so far ahead. Everyone, like, once again, going back to University of Alabama, Najee Harris, Devontae Smith, some other people came back. They could have went to the NFL, but they came back to win a national championship because Alabama wasn't that far off. They were in the proximity. And this year, for an Alabama fan, was magical because they won every game. They won the championship. Other than the Florida SEC game, that's the only challenge that they really had. How can we identify our strengths? You need to learn how to self-audit. What are you good at? What exactly do you like? Are you a people person? Like, this is a strength. And one of the things is many people, because they're so easy, disregard their strengths. Are you a person that people like? That's a talent. That's a strength. Are you someone who's disciplined? That's a talent or a strength. Are you a person who can sell things very easily? That's a talent. That's a strength. You've got to learn how to self-audit. You've got to learn how to ask yourself, am I good at this? It can be a talent. Well, it depends upon what you watch. YouTube is designed to give you more of what you consume. Like, if you go to someone's channel and watch 3 videos, YouTube's going to throw that on your homepage. So whatever you're interested in, if you consistently watch that talent, that's what YouTube will push to you. Yeah, I remember watching the video from MS who talked about Kobe not naturally having high talent like others. Yeah, Kobe's first 2 years, he was on the bench. He was on the bench. A lot of people don't remember that. Kobe was on the bench his first 2 years. Yeah, success doesn't matter if I'm not happy. That's true. I had to switch up. I need that ad money. Because one of the things that is going on and one of the things that is happening is, if you like, I'm getting ready to go back to writing. I'm going to write some books this year. I'm going to put some stuff out because, as someone said, all that Forex talk, I was cheating on my constitution. I was getting ready to do something stupid. All for the views. I'm human too, because I'm putting these good Savage Finance videos. If you watch these videos and you apply this stuff, your financial life will get better. But it's the sexy stuff. People like want to trade Forex. Turn your skills to dollar bills. I like that. Hey, when I first started working out, my hips were sore. No, I'm not selling these hats. Let me go ahead and say this. I'm not selling these hats because I'm not going to get enough sales to justify it. I don't have a system set up. And these hats, like this hat cost me $30. That's pretty much the most someone's going to pay for one of these hats. So unless I can get these hats for like $4, I'm not going to get into that because there's no money to be made. But once I work out a few things, there's going to be a corporate culture apparel line. Even with Kobe, him and Jordan agreed that Jordan would beat him 1-on-1 because Jordan's hands are huge. Jordan's hands are huge. Let me see. This is interesting. Dr. J. I actually saw him yesterday. This is, this is not something that I've really thought about. Michael Jordan's length and span are 9.7 inches and 11.3 inches, respectively. MJ's hands are slightly larger than Bo Boy's, who stands at 7'2". Now this is something that you can do nothing about. Either you're born with big hands or you don't have them. I'm going to use Amazon. I got to get back into that. Well, once again, I haven't sat down and done the research, so I'm not really getting ready to move on it. When I first started cheerleading, I was horrible. I practiced 2 to 3 hours a day. In 2 months, I went from the worst to the best. That was the point. We won first championship that year. Dedication. Congratulations. That's good. That's a good story. Tanner, go over to Savage Finance and watch all of the videos about credit. I got a lot of information over there to help you out. All right. Any credit card you can get is a good credit card. If you can get this credit card that's not a secured credit card and it has rewards, that's a good credit card. Now, this is something. Now, This kind of goes back into what we're talking about, hard work. Girl teaches herself how to dance in 1 year.
Alright, sorry for my weird camera setup, but I just want to start this video before you watch it by saying I'm so sorry for what you're about to see. It's absolutely fun.
She danced every day for a year. You can watch the video and see her getting better and better and better. See, this is a great example of practice and one of the things, and working hard. Rest is history. All right, so let's kind of get into how do you get good at business? By being in business, practicing business. Because, see, when you're in business already, it is easier for you to learn more, to level up, to do things. A lot of people, this is one of the reasons that Dave Ramsey is so good, is he stuck to his principles. He did not change. Thirst Trap channel. Practice, practice. They've had that for a long time. It's about practice, dedication, and discipline. A lot can happen in 365 days if you're playing right. This is true. Elon Musk and Bill Gates are both famously known for working 100, 120-hour weeks. I did not know that. Patrice Caruso. All right, here's a little tip for you YouTubers. Anytime you do what's called a transformation type channel, Patrice Caruso, she's a big girl that was losing weight, and people love to see someone win. Actually, apparently she lost 100 pounds. So she's doing a transformation. There's 37 million channels, Erica. Well, one of the things is about working hard. Working hard and having a plan. I don't do anything locally. That's one of the funniest things. I don't do anything in Atlanta. I've done stuff in every country. Actually, I got a few clients here, but no, just online. Now, what's funny, I'm thinking about setting up a physical location, a training location. I'm thinking about doing that. When I was working in music with rappers, we would have them memorize parts of the rhyme and dictionary daily to improve their skills. Mo- this is something you're telling me. I did not know there was a rhyme and dictionary. That's pretty cool. What do you mean some of these folks are marketed by companies? Like this Patrice Caruso, she's not marketed by a company. See, there's certain things that hit the YouTube algorithm just right. Like she's not marketed by a company. I mean, yeah, essentially, you once you get into doing something, like this guy who has a morning routine, he would get up, he would read the Bible, he would pray, he would take cold showers. His channel went from nothing to 100,000 subscribers in a year. People like seeing that. Well, I can tell you for a fact, I know a lot more about YouTube than you do, and I'm not trying to be petty. And I'm telling you, a lot of these folks are not sponsored by companies. They just hit the YouTube algorithm just right. Now, there are YouTubers in California that have billboards up. So if you're talking about that, they put them up themselves. All right. So that's all I got for today. I will talk to you guys. 3 o'clock, we're going to do a training in the corporate toolbox. And if anything you want, the link is below. Go below. Free courses below. Paid courses below. Consulting below. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one.